imagine being a cute axolotl for the next 100 days in a world controlled by the mutant axolotl. He plans to spread a virus, transforming all life forms into mutants. If he succeeds, he will have full control of the underwater kingdom, known as Atlantis. This is Hardcore Minecraft, and I'm going to be surviving the next 100 days as an axolotl. On day 1, I spawned in as a baby axolotl in the depths of the lush caves, surrounded by a group of other axolotls of all different kinds. We swam through and walked above the surface whenever and wherever we wanted. We the axolotls are an adorable passive faction, almost friendly with everybody, except for the squids. We absolutely hate the squids. I don't know why, we just do.
Take this, you dumb-looking squid! Don't let any of them live.
I know, savage, but if there's something we love doing more than anything else, that will be playing with bubbles. I don't know what all the fuzz is about, but let me tell you something. This is extremely satisfying. And as the days came to an end, it was time for us to regain our strength. So together, we prayed and hunted for tropical fish as one big family.
Come on, get the boys, get all the fish you can. Tonight, we feast, my friends.
And just as we caught the last fish, our elders warned us about a cave, one that led to a mine shaft full of dangerous mobs.
Okay, now that's a bad idea. With only 4 hearts, I'm just gonna die.
So we celebrated the day's catch, and we settled down for the night. On day 2, I met Bluey, a rare axolotl. He didn't seem afraid of anything. He was popular among the others. So Bluey told me about a secret place, one only our elders knew about.
Come on, Moose. There's something I want to show you.
Okay. Where are you taking me?
He led me to a cave that our elders warned us about, but they didn't say that this is the same cave that also leads into the open ocean. It was huge compared to the lush caves.
You know, these fish right here could feed all of us for months.
We started exploring and hunting different schools of fish, and suddenly I started to feel a little bit weird. And boom, we turned into adult axolotls.
Yes, look at us. We don't look like shrimps anymore.
After a long day of adventuring, we and I were heading back home, when suddenly we ran into a group of drowned. I was about to make a run for it, but Bluey wasn't moving.
Bluey, buddy, are you okay?
Shut up and trust me. Just play dead like me.
The drowned spotted us and hit me with his trident. I quickly stopped and played dead. Surprisingly, it worked. Turns out that playing dead not only makes hostile mobs lose interest, but it also grants regeneration 1, healing over time.
Well, what can I say? This is one broken ability, but I'll take it.
After returning home, our elders delivered some bad news. They said that the tropical fish have stopped spawning in the lush caves, making our food more scarce by the day.
Don't worry, guys. I got you. Here, take some of mine. I got plenty. But don't ask where I got it from.
On day 3, Louis wanted to go back to the cave, but this time he wanted to explore the mine shaft.
I don't think that's a good idea. There could be mobs in there.
Come on, what are you? A sea chicken? We'll be fine.
I couldn't let him think that I was a coward. Besides, we already explored the ocean, and how bad could it be? When we got there, we saw all sorts of things. There was bridges, spider webs, and even some minecarts with chests. When suddenly, some zombies and spiders found us. Even worse, we were almost out of air.
Quick, Bluey, we gotta run. Come on, this way.
We managed to dodge their attacks, but not before a creeper suddenly fell in front of us. The explosion caused gravel to fall and block off the exit to the ocean. At the last second, we barely made it back into the water. Maybe exploring the caves wasn't a good idea after all. The next day, Louie and I returned to the mine shaft to gather some wood, then crafted ourselves a stone pickaxe and shovel to dig our way through all the gravel. The path was clear once again. Louie and I reached the ocean and quickly began hunting for more food.
Yo, Bluey, over here, quick. The others are counting on us.
And finally, we had enough tropical fish to last us for months and save the others. Just when we were about to return home, we were attacked by one of the biggest sharks I've ever seen, King Megalodon.
Well, what do we have here? A pair of small shrimps.
I don't think that playing dead is gonna work this time. We should go.
What's the rush? I didn't even get to taste you.
I don't know what was up with that guy, but we had to get out of there fast. And luckily for us, the axolotls are known to be fast swimmers. Bluey and I managed to lose him, but not before realizing that we were completely lost. And what's even worse, the night was falling. Who knows what kind of deadly creatures could find us appetizing?
Bluey, does that rock over there look familiar to you?
We had no choice but to take shelter for the night, and hopefully our AXOLOTL friends could manage without us. On day 5, we ran into a group of turtles. We asked for directions to the Lush Caves, but they had no clue what that was. However, they offered to take us to Atlantis, a huge city deep in the ocean. After what seemed like ages, we finally arrived at the ocean's capital. There were all sorts of factions, from the smallest turtle to the fastest dolphin.
Excuse me, do you know where the Lush Caves are? No? Okay. How about you? Do you know?
We were about to ask a pod of dolphins. They were swimming towards a checkered banner.
Bluey, are we in a race?
If we are, you bet I'm beating you.
Oh, you're on!
The dolphins and I lunged forward. We glided to the racetrack, and before I knew it, I was in the lead.
Let's go!
We reached the final lap, and sure enough, I won the race. The crowd went wild, and everyone was congratulating me. I gotta say, even Bluey was impressed.
That was awesome. Moose, I didn't know you had it in you.
And that's when one of the dolphin guards greeted me. He told me that my prize was none other than meeting King Atlan, ruler of Atlantis. But I couldn't shake the strange feeling that I'd met him before. On day 6, Bluey and I waited to meet King Atlan. This castle was enormous. It was decorated with what had to be the finest materials in the ocean. After we were escorted to the castle, we finally met King Atlan.
Welcome to my castle.
Hey, I'm Moose, and this is my friend Bluey.
Moose, you say?
Yeah, and haven't we met before?
Met before? No, I don't think so, young Axolotl.
Strange.
Anyway, I hear you made the dolphins make a run for their money. Or should I say, swim.
The king was actually pretty friendly. I could see why everyone loved him and told him about our troubles back home. And surprisingly, he was willing to help.
I think I can help you, but I need you and your friend to do something for me first.
There was a skeleton infestation inside the pearl mines, and King Atlan needed us to clear it out. So, in return, he would help us get more food back to our village. We were ready to fight, and King Atlan gave us an ability to unlock called Water Blast.
Bet you can't hit that squid.
Oh yeah? Watch me. Yeah, look at me pushing him away. And he's dead.
Then we crafted ourselves a new set of tools, starting with a seaweed axe, sword, pickaxe, and shovel. We also crafted ourselves a new set of seaweed armor, starting with the helmet, chestplate, leggings, and boots. So we went into the pearl mines, and let me tell you something. I'd never seen a place like this before. It wasn't long after trouble found us. This place was infested with skeletons, but not just any skeletons. There were axolotls.
Hey, skelly freaks! Stay away from Bluey!
Taking them down wasn't easy, but we managed to beat them. And little did we know, there was a bigger threat. It was a huge clam, and he didn't look happy at all.
Who's making all that noise? Who dares step in my turf? What? More axolotls? There's no end to his madness.
His madness? Listen, I don't know what you're on about, but we are here to chase you out.
You have no idea what you're doing. It's a shame I'd have to take you out.
This guy was tough. He was taking hits left and right, but we could barely make a dent on him. Then he started spawning his minions, and there were killer clams everywhere. Their vast numbers were dealing tons of damage, but we managed to defeat every single one using our swords. King Clam opened his mouth and rushed towards me. Next, he sent out his Pearl Bomb ability. And let me tell you, this ability was no joke. One direct hit and we'll be good as dead. So we dodged his attacks and quickly made our way out of there.
You know, this has to be the biggest L I've ever taken.
Even though we failed our mission, King Atlan was compassionate and asked us to stay a little longer. He even gave us a small piece of land. So we went exploring. We found a wrecked ship off a small island, and this was perfect. Have you ever seen a base built inside one? Me neither. So we started off by hollowing out the boat, making our way underground. After mining out the room, adding in the walls, and splitting up the rooms, I built a kitchen and even added a massive table so my axolotl friends can feast. Oh, and let me tell you about the storage room. This is where I keep my secret fishy supplies. Just don't tell Bluey. Anyways, I moved on to the top floor and claimed my bedroom, while Bluey was working on something weird. He really takes the squid hatred to another level.
Bluey, what is this? Are you making an evil plan?
Don't question my authorities.
Yeah.
So it was time for the enchanting room, making it look magical with azalea flowers, which I got from a lush cave underneath.
Moose, we need a water slide.
Good idea, Bluey. And just like that, we created a mini axolotl water park with diving spots, water slides, and waterfalls. As for the outside, I built an area just for the axolotl village, adding a walkway with a small pier so we can go fishing.
I caught a shark.
No, Bluey, put that back. It's gonna eat you.
On day 16 to 18, we heard about some lush caves under Atlantis. And if my instincts are right, that means that we can find more axolotls to come with us to our base. So we decided to go check it out.
Now, if I'm right, we should find an axolotl group just like ours.
We found a cave entrance and made our way down. The rumors were right. There was a lush cave under Atlantis. But the only problem was there was something seriously wrong with it.
What even happened to this place? I've never seen a lush cave just look so dead.
There weren't any fish around, and the whole place just felt a little bit off, like it was somehow corrupted. Anyways, we found some axolotls, and they were stoked to come with us.
Come on, follow us. We got a base near Atlantis, and trust me, it is way better than this place.
We turned back to camp with our new friends, and just as we arrived, we met a dolphin countess from Atlantis. She had heard we'd been to the Pearl Mines and wanted to ask for help saving Atlantis from another threat.
Something is wrong in the kingdom. Shortages, pollution, people's discontent, corruption.
I knew that I wasn't crazy. There was no way the kingdom wasn't aware of the fish disappearing or the corrupted lush caves. I needed to look further into this.
Hurry, go to the royal temple. You'll find the answers there.
The countess pointed us in the direction of the temple, and we went on our way.
I can smell it. There's just something rotten in this kingdom.
At last, we made it to the royal temple, but something seemed off. There was a herd of drowned guarding this place.
Why would King Alan have these instead of the royal guards?
So I defeated the drowned and snuck into the temple. And nobody inside even noticed us. We just kept a low profile and hoped not to get caught. Now, once we got to the second level, things started getting a little bit more difficult. This place was more of a dungeon than a temple. There were traps everywhere, so making our way around them was a bit of a challenge.
Bluey, watch out, buddy. Are you okay?
Bluey was hurt, but we were too deep to give up. We kept going and stumbled into something we'd never seen before. These were axolotl zombies.
First the drowned and now this? Something is seriously wrong here.
The final room was just ahead. But as soon as we walked in...
Oh, come on!
Well, we found ourselves stuck inside of a cage, surrounded by evil witches. They took us to another room. I needed to find a way out so I could warn King Alan of this betrayal. But before I could do anything, the leader of the evil witches revealed herself. It was the countess we met before.
Why are you doing this? I thought you were loyal to the king.
We've been keeping an eye on you two. It's been interesting, to say the least.
We were completely paralyzed. It seemed like this was it for us, but something weird happened. Something in him was awakening.
Bluey, what is happening?
It's the one we've been waiting for. He's resistant to our magic.
Whatever it was, it broke the spell and freed us. With our air nearly running out, we ran and found a dark place to hide inside the temple.
I can't see a thing. There's gotta be something to light up this place.
As soon as Bluey placed down a torch, the light revealed the biggest mutant monster I'd ever seen. It seemed like they were harvesting some kind of a food source from it. If I'm being honest, it looked kind of disgusting, but we had no time to waste. We were still being hunted, so we found our way out of the temple, and thanks to our swimming abilities, we outswam our pursuers. something off about the castle. This place seemed deserted. There weren't any of the royal guards around. I was starting to think that we were too late.
Hello? Is there anyone here? Hello? Where did everybody go?
As soon as we got to the throne room, we found King Atlan surrounded by his elite guards.
Sir, we got bad news. It's the temple. It's full of drowned zombies and evil witches.
How naive can you be?
Huh? What do you need?
You weren't supposed to make it out of that alive.
What is this?
I'm afraid you two are the ones who've been tricked. King Atlan and his kingdom are no more. Atlantis fell a very long time ago. The only thing left are ruins and shells of its past.
What? No! You can't do that!
I loved crushing every single member of this worthless city, especially the so-called king. He was so pathetic, begging for his life.
Why are you doing this? These are helpless animals!
And the only reason for all of this is your little blue friend.
No!
Moose, you need to run away now.
Just hang on, Bluey. I'll be back for you. I promise, buddy.
I'm afraid it'll be too late then.
We had been tricked all along. Everything we had done for the king had been a ploy. My best chance was to run. While on the run, I found the armory, and inside was the legendary axolotl bow. I quickly fired at my enemies, slowing and poisoning them with every hit. I quickly swam back to the city to rally the rest of the axolotls and finally escape this place. But that was too late. My base was already ransacked, and there was nobody left behind.
No! Where's everybody? I know he took them.
I had hit rock bottom, but I couldn't dwell in self-pity, so I gathered what little I could find and left.
At least they missed these fish buckets. More seaweed tools. I guess that will come in handy later.
I went to the closest cave I could find, and while gathering resources, I noticed something. I was being followed. It was a pufferfish, and it looked kind of goofy.
Oh, hey, what can I do for you, little buddy? Okay, well, I shall call you Puffy.
Then, as the night approached, I left the cave and searched for a safe place to settle in, somewhere not too far from the castle. I needed to keep watch for any potential threats. On days 40 to 43, I went exploring far away from Atlantis, and Puffy just kept following me. I have no idea why, but I was glad that I wasn't alone.
Puffy, be ready for anything. You never know what could be out there hunting for us.
I kept running into abandoned ruins. What could these places have been? So I went inside the ruins and found a chest with pearls inside.
If we find enough of these, I can craft us pearl armor and tool set. Trust me, it will come in handy.
Next, I came across a ruin surrounded by drip leaves all around. And once inside, I found a secret entrance to a lush cave. It looked like a ghost town. There was not a single axolotl in sight, so I kept going further into the cave.
Hello? Hello? Anyone here? What's the deal with the creepy vibes?
Finally, I found the entrance to a temple. Inside, I found a chest with an axolotl totem. Wait a minute. Could it be? I used the totem and the sticks to craft the axolotl staff. And legend says that whoever wields it holds the strength of 1,200 axolotls. A little excessive, not gonna lie.
Huh. Oh, is it a myth or the real deal? Oh, this thing's amazing.
Nope, I went back and crafted myself a new set of tools, starting with the pearl pickaxe, sword, axe, and shovel. Next was my favorite, the pearl armor, starting with the helmet, chest plate, leggings, and boots. Look at me. Have you ever seen an axolotl more blinged out? It should invite me to the Oscars. I want to give a quick thank you to Rec Room for sponsoring this video. Rec Room is a virtual online video game with an integrated game creation system. Create your own games and play together with people from all around the world. Rec Room is a free-to-play game that cross-plays on iOS, Android, PlayStation, Xbox, Steam, and Oculus VR. There's over 12 million player-created rooms in this game. Game rooms, escape rooms, back rooms, and there's even a
Hey, yo, boy, turn the beat up. I just hop up in the back room. Spooky girls, yeah, be watching from the bathroom. And I hop inside the elevator.
Yo, I can hear all my flipping haters. Not only do you get to create your own room, you can also get to fully customize your own avatar. Just look at me, I look amazing. My favorite room is the paintball game, where you get to spray down my enemies with paint. Or if you're feeling a little adventurous, then you should play Isles of Lost Skulls, defeat the fearsome guardians, and escape with all that gold. So what are you waiting for? Download Rec Room for free using the link below and play with friends from all over the world. After a lot of planning, I was ready to launch my rescue plan. While keeping my distance, I spotted some of the witches entering the castle through a back door.
You don't see that every day.
The first step of the plan was getting rid of them. I needed a distraction, and luckily for me, I had Puffy to help with that.
Wow, good job, Puffy. Now, please stay outside.
After finding my way into the dungeon, I started exploring. There were skulls all over the place, and the ceiling was full of dripstone. I finally got to the entrance of the place where Bluey was being kept. And there was a huge guard keeping watch.
This guy must be in charge of something.
I needed a way to take him off fast and quietly. And then it hit me. Well, it almost hit me.
Jeez, that almost crushed me.
I took out the AXOLOTL bow, aimed it at the dripstone, and shot it down.
Yes, bullseye.
As I went through the doors, they had Bluey trapped inside a special cage. I could feel his unhappiness and pain. Then suddenly, a group of guards and witches swarmed the room.
A blue axolotl, huh? They say only 1 in 1,200 is born every 100 years.
You'll never get away with this. I will not allow it.
Such defiance. There's nothing you can do. Once we get a hold of the blue Axo core, our master will reclaim the forbidden power.
It turns out, the blue axolotls have a special bond to ancient Atlantean magic. When a blue axolotl dies, they drop a special item known as the blue Axocore. It's the key to accessing unimaginable powers.
No, Puffy, what are you doing? I told you to stay outside. Ouch! Stop it! Ouch!
We have an intruder! My cover was blown. They quickly closed all exits and surrounded me, but I wasn't about to die. I took out the axolotl staff and started blasting them away.
Just hang in there, boy. I'm gonna get you out of here.
I fought as hard as I could, but there were too many of them, and it didn't take long enough until I got overwhelmed and captured. When I woke up, I was trapped inside a cage. I tried freeing myself out when suddenly King Megalodon entered the room.
You again?
Do I know you, little one? Your kind all look the same to me.
Whoa, bro, that's not cool.
Turns out, King Megalodon was the pitmaster of a fighting arena. This must be the way the Mutant King gets rid of his enemies. The floor opened from underneath me, and I swam into the arena. I didn't have any other choice but to fight till the death. The axolotl zombies swarmed the arena, attacking me from all four sides. I just can't believe that these ugly things used to be axolotls. I was not about to get eaten, so I used the traps in the arena to my advantage, quickly dividing them. Then, one by one, I started slapping them away with my tiny fists.
Whoa, what do you know? Little Axolotl has spirit. I like that. Let's see how he fares against tougher enemies.
These were new. No wonder why axolotls are going nearly extinct. The Mutant King must have turned them all into monsters.
I'm so sorry, but anyways, I'm gonna have to kill you.
Aren't you a lucky one? Enough is enough. It's time I put an end to this little game of ours.
There was just no way that I was gonna beat this guy with these tiny muscles.
Have you met my friends?
he started summoning sharks to come after me, and they really packed a punch. The Megalodon used his big chomp ability. He was being reckless. He even took out some of his own.
What's the matter? Too slow to keep up?
I'll teach you a lesson.
He desperately continued to charge at me, destroying everything in his path. Then boom, that was it. That was my way out of here.
Look at us. Thanks for the help. See you later, buddy.
Hey, come back here. We're not done yet. No! Ugh!
I didn't know where this hole was leading me to. It was either swimming or getting eaten. The hole led me to a small pond in a really dark cave. I stumbled around for a bit, and then I saw a light in the dark. It was a glow squid. Man, I hate those things. I can't believe this squid was my tour guide. Anyways, I followed him, leading me to a lush cave unlike any other I had seen before. It was your usual azalea bushes and spore blossoms. But what really stood out is this place was unnatural. There were these huge mushroom trees, and the cave was filled with green spores. I had no idea what, but I kept moving forward, and there were glow squids all swimming in the same direction. The cave opened up, and inside of it, a mushroom shrine. Suddenly, I heard a voice echoing in the distance.
Hey, Moose!
I couldn't believe it. It was a green axolotl.
Wait, how do you know my name?
Let's just say we share the same spirit friends.
He asked me to find the forbidden fish hidden within a secret garden. He said this fish would unleash my true potential.
Beat the seaweed dungeon and prove your worth.
So I made my way to the seaweed dungeon in search of the forbidden fish. On days 55 to 57, I found the seaweed dungeon. This place gave me weird vibes. It was a mix of a forest and a lush cave all together. In the middle of it, there was a maze that went on and on, as far as I could see.
I'm getting tired of mazes.
Getting lost was the least of my problems. This place was filled with dangerous traps, and these hideous things guarding the place.
If only I had a wolf axolotl. Now that would be fun to see.
Finally, I reached a large chamber with a seaweed portal. This time guarded by ender axolotls. They were tough, but I managed to beat them and get inside of the portal. As I came out the other side, I found my way into the secret garden. It had lots of ponds, spirit animals, and a shrine. I had this strange feeling that I'd been here before. Upon arriving at the shrine, there was the forbidden fish sitting on top of a large pillar. So I ate it and almost immediately turned into a buff axolotl. I could feel the power coursing through my body. This was definitely the power of 1,200 axolotls. Not only was I much faster and stronger, my health and stamina went through the roof. I also had a whole new set of abilities, a buff water blast and a whirlpool ability, which let me pull my enemies into one place.
Now that is very powerful. Oh, my bad, buddy.
My new abilities were amazing. It was exactly what I needed to fight the Mutant King. But this place still held more surprises.
It seems my instincts were right. We've been waiting for you.
Wait, hold on a second. How did you even get in here?
Follow me. There's much you need to learn.
As it turns out, the green axolotl was an ancient spirit, and that seaweed portal had actually brought us to the spirit world.
You see, the world isn't the same anymore since the collapse of the multiverse.
He told me the whole story. It turns out we live amongst other factions that were originally from separate realities.
So you're telling me that Atlantis used to have its own universe? What?
Yes, and your past life was a great friend to King Atlan.
And what led to the multiverse to collapse?
Legend has it, a great evil army led by the Iron Giant tried to defy the natural order, but a single copper golem fought back, defeating the Iron Giant. His powers collapsed all reality, unifying the multiverse into one. It turns out the mutant axolotl tried to topple King Atlan 100 years ago, but the Copper Titan saved the world and was never seen again.
But that changed today. By eating the forbidden fish, you've carried on his legacy.
My final battle against the Mutant King was drawing closer and closer, but still, I needed to build an army if I ever hoped to beat him. On day 61 to 64, the ancient axolotl summoned a portal, leading me back home. He gave me a map to the prison where other warrior axolotls were being held. I gathered the fastest swimmers from my lush cave and made a group of elite fighters. After some combat training, we were finally ready to head out. A prison break would be no easy task. So, after watching closely, the plan was in pursuit.
Warriors, are we ready? You know what to do.
Phase 1 was pretty simple. Placing pearl bombs all around the prison, and yes, without being detected, of course.
This should do it. Get back, boys. It's gonna get messy.
Step 2, blowing up the walls, causing the guards to come out in the open. Last but not least, lure them away and clear the path for me.
Holy moose milks, I'm coming in hot.
I dashed in with all my might, taking out most of the mutants with a single blow. What can I say? It ain't easy being chiseled. Once inside of the prison, we were ready for phase 2, which was basically punching my way through, freeing the axolotls, and causing a riot. Quite simple, right?
Alright, maybe not so simple.
I found the prisoners and broke them out.
Everybody, come out and make a stand. Today's the day you fight for your freedom.
The axolotls quickly overwhelmed the mutants while defeating some of them in the process. I was immediately cut off by Naga Myrmidon. A warden in charge of the prison.
Huh? Where did you come from?
My axolotls swarmed all around him, but he was casting some sort of a force field.
Moose, his aura is draining our powers. We need to break it.
There has to be a way to take him out quickly.
Listen, Moose, you need to drain it. Whoa! Ah!
That's when it hit me. I trapped him using my whirlpool ability. And then I engulfed him with my water blast, cracking through his force field. After that, escaping was a piece of cake.
Warriors, welcome to your brand new home.
I gotta say, I was extremely happy to see my axolotl family stronger than ever. The prison break was a success. Everyone was in high spirits and happy to meet our new members.
Look at this, an axolotl dance party.
But the Mutant King knew about our base, making it vulnerable for an attack. So we started fortifying by building walls all around the island, using a mixture of different sandstone blocks. Okay, this place low-key looked like a giant sandcastle. Anyways, I had a great idea. What if we dug up holes all around the place and filled them up with pufferfish? Well, it's too late. We already did it.
Puffy, I entrust you with this mission. You and your puffer friends are our last line of defense. Get in there.
Now that we have a sand fortress, it was time for me to swap out my armor. But for that, I needed a few things. So I went hunting for drowned, collecting a bunch of nautilus shells. And with the help of my dolphin friends, I found 4 hearts of the sea. It was just enough for the legendary scuba armor. I crafted the boots, leggings, chest plates, and helmets. Then proceeded to make the scuba sword, shovel, and pickaxe. I'm officially the first buff scuba diver. That's an axolotl. You get the point. Over the next few days, we had scouts go back and forth, keeping check on the Mutant King. He was also building an army of mutants. We were outnumbered almost 2 to 1. Suddenly, we were attacked by a herd of zombie axolotls.
Everybody, it's zombie hunting season. Let's eat some brains. Don't let any of them get away.
We quickly took out the intruders, but in the process, we lost a few axolotls. This attack made me realize just how vulnerable we were. I needed to equip my troops with better armor and weapons, and luckily for me, I knew just the place. We arrived at the pearl mines, the same place I was sent to by the so-called king, except it seemed deserted. While the miners gathered materials for our troops, I explored deeper into the mines.
I gave you a chance to survive last time. I don't do second chances.
Someone was stalking me from the shadows. I had a pretty good idea who it was.
King Clam, I know it's you. Listen, I'm not working for the king. I was deceived. I'm fighting against him. Please, join me.
I don't do well with others. Show me your strength and I may consider it.
The king wanted to battle, but I wasn't a small axolotl like before. My body was filled with rage.
So predictable. That won't work this time.
There's no need to fight. We have the same enemy.
How could a puny axolotl come back so strong? Fine, I'll join you.
And just like that, my axolotls were armored up, and the mighty clam was waiting for my call.
Have you ever heard a clam tell a sad story?
Once upon a time, he along with King Megalodon were allies of Atlantis. He was good friends with Alan, but at some point, something in him changed. He started acting evil. While King Megalodon went along, instead the clam rebelled against him and had one request: to retrieve the Poseidon's key. One that will unlock the power of the sea. So I went on an adventure. Following the map he had given me, it led me to a bottomless abyss deep in the ocean.
This is honestly giving me horror movie vibes. What are these underwater ruins doing here?
Suddenly, the water around me started to vibrate. A beast in the abyss was being awoken.
Yo, that thing is huge.
A massive sea serpent jolted at me and tried to swallow me. My gut was telling me that this was the guardian of the key.
His skills are just too strong. My abilities and my weapons just don't have any effect on him.
I outmaneuvered him around the ruins, letting him crash into the pillars. Finally, I found the entrance of the underwater dungeon, which led me into a massive amethyst lair. I think I jinxed it. This place is for sure haunted. Suddenly, a cursed spirit appeared behind me. He stabbed me and nearly killed me. I was weak, blinded, and could barely run.
Show yourself!
You don't stand a chance. Who dares enter my empire?
Oh, hey.
Have you harmed my pet serpents?
No, I'm not here to hurt anyone. I'm just trying to restore order.
Lies! You are here for my riches.
Wait, King Clam sent me. You need to know the truth. The King of Atlantis has fallen.
What is this nonsense you speak of? You mean to say my brother is gone?
Yes, the only way we can stop him is with your key.
Very well. You shall pass.
The curse finally wore off. My illusions were no more, and I could clearly see the path. I walked up to a massive wall covered in weird scriptures. What could this all mean? Wait, is that the Wither? I bet this is how it all started. As I touched the wall, everything went dark, and my health started draining.
What is going on?
That must be it. I picked up the Poseidon's key. My map started to glow and revealed a new location to travel to. I had a feeling this wouldn't be the last time I would meet Poseidon. On days 81 to 85, I made it to the seaweed forest. And deep inside, I found an ancient shrine. There was a stone door. The key unlocked a royal chamber full of treasures and ancient-looking artifacts. At the other end of the room, there was a buff golden axolotl sitting on an amethyst throne.
Welcome, Moose. My name is AXOLOTL, god of fire and lightning.
Wait, how do you know my name?
The multiverse has its ways of balancing good and evil. Our meeting is just a mere reflection of what our future holds. Follow me.
I'm not quite sure what he meant, but one thing I've learned is that the universe has a funny way of sorting things out. We entered an ancient arena, and in the middle, there was Poseidon's trident, sitting on top of a pedestal. He challenged me to a test. If I laid a hit on him, I would pass.
This is gonna be easy. An axolotl wrestling match.
The axolotl god wasn't messing around. He moved real fast. And no matter what I tried, he kept dodging me.
Is this all you got?
I tried using my whirlpool ability to hold him in place, but he appeared behind me and ignited me with fire and lightning, piercing through my armor. Quickly, I fired my bow, but he was still faster than the arrows.
What was that for? I've seen blind turtles shoot better than that.
With his arrogance, it bought me just enough time to run circles around him and slay him with my final move.
Not all challenges are to be met head-on. Pick any artifact from my treasure. You might find something to aid you on your journey. You did well.
I took his generous offer and looked around. And fortunately for me, I found a Totem of Undying.
Let's go. Now this will come in handy.
Today, we'll strike the mutants where it would hurt them the most. The mutant star. Honestly, I don't know what else to call it. So I rallied some of my elite fighters and went back inside this so-called royal temple. But there was a problem. The sister of the Naga boss was standing in my way. I took the initiative and launched the trident, barely leaving a scratch. I tried to keep my distance, but she kept throwing her spear at me, just barely missing.
So, that's how it's gonna be. Well, who can play this game? Take this!
I saw an opening and threw my trident at her, but instead of killing her, she just disappeared.
This is kind of anticlimactic. Nope, not good.
Turns out it was an illusion. I was trapped and getting hit from all sides.
Enough of this!
I froze her in place, ending her with the power of Poseidon's trident. I stepped inside the star's room, locking my eyes on this monstrosity. And I knew exactly what I had to do.
Hey you, chew on this!
As it blew up into pieces, the temple started collapsing. This was the end of the mutant's food source. The mutant king was severely weakened, but it didn't stop him from coming after us. Once again, we were invaded by the mutants, but this time it was led by the witch.
Axolotls, they're growing desperate. Let's show them how strong we have become.
Our forces managed to stop them right in their tracks, but the witch caught us off guard. She threw her deadly splash potions, blowing up our defenses. She tried to weaken me with her potions, but not that it mattered. She stood no chance.
That's it. King Clam, do you want a snack?
Don't hurt me. I can help you defeat the Mutant King.
Start talking, cause he really wants some breakfast.
The witch told me about the multiverse war, which caused chaos after the collapse, leaving the uncharted mutants to advance and create their new forms of life.
I see. So, who created the Mutant King?
No one knows, nor is alive to tell it. You have 10 days before the ritual.
Why? What do you mean?
Save your friend before the next full moon, or else he'll be sacrificed.
Thanks, I guess. Clam, you know what to do.
No, please, no!
We're to defeat the king?
Ah!
We're going to be needing the help of the Dolphins faction, the OG protectors of Atlantis. On days 90 to 94, we made ourselves into the mutant's castle. It was time to rescue our friends and defeat the king once and for all.
Go, 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 go! Find the dolphins and set them free!
We exterminated every mutant crossing our path until finally making it to the dungeons. As we entered, we heard a loud growl coming from the distance.
No, what is that? It doesn't sound so friendly at all.
It was King Megalodon, but a mutated version of him. He charged at us with his chop ability, killing some of my comrades. We clashed head on, but this dude was like a tank. He took my critical hits like it was nothing.
Hello, old friend. Did you miss me?
King Clam used his tongue to slow him down, enough for me to pierce through his skin with my scuba sword. The Clam engulfed the field with pearl bombs, putting an end to the mutated Megalodon.
I got you, boys. We can use all the help we can get.
We managed to get the upper hand. The Dolphins joined the raging battle, and while they handled the mutants, I went looking for Bluey deeper inside the castle. I bolted towards the throne room, and there he was, the Mutant King himself.
So look who's decided to show up. Not that I'm surprised.
I can't say the same thing. Honestly, I thought you'd be long gone by now. Anyways, tell me, where is Bluey? Is he okay?
Why don't you ask him yourself?
Bluey!
My friend, he was dying, and the only way to save him was to defeat the Mutant King right before the next full moon.
You'll pay for this!
This was it, the final battle that will decide the fate of Atlantis. It's all in or nothing.
What? Too good to fight your own battles?
Let's see how you do under pressure.
Guys, no one told me there was a party. This is gonna be a blast.
Not too shabby. How about taking a crowd 3 times the size? Ah!
He summoned more of his minions, but it didn't matter. King Clam and I charged head on. We were completely unstoppable. I used my water blast to clear the way, and then combined my whirlpool ability with King Clam's pull to pin down the Mutant King. And for the final touch, King Clam threw a bunch of pro bombs.
Nope, I honestly expected more of a fight.
Moose, I got this. Go after the imposter.
The Mutant King went berserk. I had completely underestimated him. He posed a bigger threat to our world.
I'm getting tired of your games.
He used his toxic screen ability to narrow down my vision. Talk about a toxic personality.
What is this? I can't see a thing! No!
With his advantage, I couldn't stay still. I had to do something.
I'm taking poison damage! Gotta do something! Quick!
What's wrong? Is the little axolotl having trouble breathing?
I needed to clear my surroundings. So I used a whirlpool to take care of it.
Gotcha! This is Bluey!
What? No! What's happening to me?
His mutation was acting up. Without the starfish's nourishment, his body couldn't sustain his new powers.
Finally, the battle was over. I ran back to free Bluey, and after feeding him some of my fish, he regained his strength.
Thanks, Moose. I'll never forget what you did for me.
Buddy, don't even mention it. I'm just really glad that you're finally safe. Oh, anyways, we left the castle behind and met up with King Clam to celebrate our victory. And just like that, the Mutant King was no more. All the axolotls returned to the lush caves to carry on with their peaceful ways. The dolphins went back to Atlantis to rebuild their kingdom with the help of our friend, King Clam. As for Bluey and I, in every faction in the ocean had their happily ever after. Or so we thought.
Please, forgive me, Master, please!
You're absolutely useless. All the power handed to you, gone to waste.
I really tried. Everything was going just perfectly fine. But there was this axolotl. He couldn't get his tiny nose out of my plans.
Silence! This failure is no one else's but your own. Now you must pay the ultimate price.
No, please, no!
Allies, get ready. The time is nearly here.
Bluey, have you ever seen 1,000 axolotls?
No, but that would be awesome.
Okay, What about 1,000 shirts? After 2 years of waiting, our first drop is live. Get your 100-day shirts to show the world you have survived 100 days, just like us.
What about the moose plushies?
Yes, but we also have 1,000 Moose plushies. So, if you want to support us making more Moose movies, go to moosemerch.com and get yourself 100-day shirts and plushies.
Psst, the plushies can talk.